We are... How many long has this got left? How many long has this got left?
1 hour.
We've got 1 hour left on the one of one, the big piece. And I'm going to give someone a chance to speak to you guys, actually, who's been a huge help with all of this. And I mean, I think you're going to do a better job of explaining a lot of this than I am, as he birthed the idea. He did birth the idea. Let's find you out. How's everybody's Wednesday going? It's Wednesday? Gary!
Liam, what's good, bro?
Hey, man, how are you? You well?
I'm very well. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you too. I mean, we are in the last kick-ins of it here, which has been super exciting. I mean, I'm really happy with the reaction. It's been really great. Oh, we've just had another bid come in over the top here as we're live talking.
Live bidding.
This was your idea, and I mean, I sat on that Zoom call with you, and we were all really happy with how the art had come together and how the figure, the story, you know, all the creative behind it. But it was your genius and your genius alone that came up with a dinner suspended over Vegas with these amazing people. I mean, in your own words, just tell the people watching what you think, and the people bidding, what you think about this dinner.
Let me think. First and foremost, for everybody who's watching, you know, what's been so fun for me, and I've always known this about your fan bases and Zed, like, there's just a real heavy level of admiration. There's, for so many people, they, you know, you brought a lot of happiness to them. You look at the comments when you post, you look at this live feed. And so what came to mind when we were jamming was, what do those people really, really, really want, right? You know, access is the ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people here have consumed an enormous amount of your incredible work, but the thought, you know, a selfie would make everyone so happy. An actual dinner, that's the apex. And I thought, you know, I've done a lot of these things. I've seen a lot of them. They're just worth everything, right? They're worth everything. And so thought it could be really, really exciting to give people access. And what I really like about this one specifically is with the mix of all of us, just the conversation, you know, I was laughing. I was thinking that person who's a crossover fan of you, me, and Zed, you know, that there might be that's super. There's somebody out there who, like, that's their ultimate, and that dinner's incredible. But even if it's just me or just you or just Zed or anybody else that's part of this, that's what people want. They want access. Content's incredible and it matters. Mm-hmm. But the fact that somebody's going to have this, you know, this experience, it's crazy. And it's really the power of NFTs, right? The art's incredible. You know, I've been, you know, obviously with the success of my VeeFriends launch and everything going on in my world, I get a trillion, and I mean a trillion, requests to be associated with things. And I've said no to everything except this, because the authenticity of the art from you and the level of fame that you lived through, you're welcome. From you, from the level of fame that you've lived, to everybody that's in this chat, we've all felt like we've been in that glass case. And
yes,
and I think it really matters, and the art represents something. And so adding that extra touch, I think, is going to be remarkable, and I'm excited for people and for the winner, of course.
Yeah, I mean, for me as well. I mean, just tying in everything that you said over the top of the one of one as well. I mean, Zed did an amazing job. I mean, the echo on your voice, I felt like it's the start of your new rap album for me. But it was amazing. And I think it was great for me, the way that you pivoted and went around with what we said. And I remember sitting there and everyone was like, oh, what should we have, you know, said over this? I was like, honestly, just leave it to Gary, because he will smash it. And you did smash it out of the park. But I mean, just, you know, dampening the child within you, going back to the story of this. And I think it's so important, especially around this era of mental health and what we're going through here. Just talk us through a little bit about that as well.
Look, I mean, for anybody here that follows me and sees the content I put out on Instagram over the last 5 years, I've been on this kick very aggressively. I want people to be happy because they can be. You know, it's not super complicated. So many people come from difficult situations, difficult circumstances, sometimes the parenting situation, sometimes something else. But the reality is the odds of being a human being are 400 trillion to 1. 400 trillion to 1, right? And so why not talk about perspective? Why not talk about mindset? Why not talk about the opportunities that people actually have? And so, I think that life is how you see it. If you go on the internet right now and you want to find negativity, you can find it in 2 seconds.
So true.
If you want to go and find, positivity, you can. Right now, the trend is not to talk about finding positivity. There's a lot of focus on the negative. And I think for the people that have love in their heart, it's important to talk about all the good, all the nice things, and how much control you have. And I think one thing I think about when I think about control is the notion of you control what you listen to and who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
So for me, it's incredibly important to talk about what I call practical positivity.
Yeah.
This is not about delusion. This is not like everything's perfect. What do you mean? It's not delusion. But this is practical positivity. And for example, you don't have to cut your mother out of your life if she's the most negative, but you can limit her. You can. You have power. You have control. You can break out of that glass case. And and you're in control. And I think, look at you. So many kids through the last 30, 40 years, let's start over. A very small group of kids, but enough kids that we've all seen it over the last 40, 50 years were in this incredible position that was incredibly vulnerable, of extreme, and I mean extreme ultra fame at a young age. As you know, as well as anybody on earth, a stunning majority of those people struggle.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I love the thing that you sent me over DM the other day. It was beautiful, and it's really flipped my mindset. I mean, I want to thank you personally for myself. Sitting and listening to you and being introduced to you this way, having you work alongside this. Because at the start of the project, there was a sense of negativity around the child within for me, and that fable of you will leave the age you entered fame. And I feel like this has been a real personal journey, and people won't realize how much I've delved into myself on this project with the glass case thing and something. These are actual things I've had said to me in rooms when I've been talking about my mental health and different things. So I'm extremely close to this project, and more than anything, I want to say, a massive thank you to you. And this is probably the most inspirational chat I think we've ever had on my live ever. You're the best. I love you, man.
I love you too, man. Let me say one thing. Let me switch it and go very left field. For the people in here thinking about investing, I've been talking about NFTs for a while, and I've said, look, NFTs are going to be the biggest thing ever. I really believe they're going to be enormous, but I think a lot of projects will not be good investments. One of the reasons I put my name to this has a lot to do with how I see you and Zed spending the next 50 years of your life. I see incredible ambition in both your eyes. I see groundedness and thoughtfulness. And so what that means to me is, these two humans will be around in 3 years, in 9 years. They have the best music of their lives still to make. They have other art to make. They may make impact socially, politically, or they may go completely left field and take that incredible creativity and do something else. This will forever be your rookie card, your first comic book. Wow. What people don't understand about NFTs yet right now, if you're debating here, you're betting on the individuals that are associated with it. So, for the people that are trying to debate, is this a good quote unquote investment? Whether it's this project or something else, to try to give everybody value, pay very close attention to the people that are doing this, and do you believe that they will be relevant and important in 5, 10, 15, 20 years? And if the answer is yes, their first project will in essence be like their first appearance in a comic book, or their first sports card or soccer sticker or baseball card. When I saw how you priced this, I've been talking to some friends behind the scenes. They're like, what do you think? They saw I'm associated with it. They're like, that's unusual for you. So they assume, I was like, look, this is really Liam and Zed's project more than mine. You have to decide what you think about them long term. I put my name to it, which is my number one asset, because I believe they're meaningful kids, thoughtful dudes, that are up to something long term. So from that perspective, if you buy 3 of these, can you sell one in a year or 2? And that gives me optimism. This is not financial advice by any stretch, but this is something for everybody in here who's thinking about NFTs from that perspective. There's something there.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Cheers.
It's really great. And once again, thank you so much for getting involved in this. And if you guys haven't had a listen yet, go and have a listen to what Gary says over top of this. I think it will really help you. And it's been amazing watching everybody connect so closely. So I've heard some amazing stories, some really sad stories as well. I mean, I hope we're helping people through those sorts of times. But yeah, thank you very much, man. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it.
Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
See you later, man.
For all the Liam fans, which is almost everyone in here, I wish you nothing but good, and keep supporting this man. He's supporting you back. Cheers.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Lots of love. Appreciate it. What about that? Amazing. Goosebump stuff all the time from him. It never stops, does it? That was Gary V. I mean, you will have heard. I mean, he's a giant within NFTs at the moment. So much so he has his own site, and he's absolutely smashing it. He is the voice over the top of the one of one at the moment that is for sale. Sorry, I didn't mean to put that. It's down to crunch time. I mean, the way I feel about this, whoever bids highest, we should try and invite on this live later on tonight to speak to them. I'd like to find out what they think, to be honest with you. So that could be another thing. Let's have a look through some of you guys down here. I mean, how inspirational was that? I mean, I hear a lot of things from you guys, and mental health, obviously, such a huge thing for all of us. It's been great to see the art connect properly, because there's nothing like what you were trying to say actually speaking to people. Not, all of this other stuff's great, what's going on at the minute, but that for all of us here who've been on this project for months and months now, by the way, it was the goosebump level stuff that we were looking for in a way, really. So it's beautiful. But like I said, this is really close to me. That glass box scenario is actually something someone said to me very, very recently, and completely transformed my state of mind about things. And not to say we get it right 100% of the time, but I feel good at the moment, and it's everything's going well. Myself. I forget myself. Oh, wild. All right, well, we have exactly how long to go, guys?
43 minutes.
43 minutes. I think I'll be back on here a little bit later with you guys. Thank you to everybody who joined in and bought one yesterday. I'm sure it's going to be worth a lot more to you than money by the time that we see this project through. And I think that's the thing for me to say, really. This NFT, and I suppose what Gary was trying to say in a roundabout way is that this experience, it really is a once in a lifetime. I think even for myself being part of the project, and when Gary mentioned the idea, I was blown away by what we might be able to achieve here, which has been going amazing. But the friendships and stuff that can be built from this is unreal. So I'm excited to meet whoever we are taking to this dinner. And yeah, happy bidding, people. See you in a while.